Spooksville did it again.
Westion Productions.
Spooksville did it again.
Westion Productions.
Let me turn my mic on first. What's good, everyone? What's good? What's good? And let me just fix the camera. Fix it there. How's everyone doing today? Wait, what's my green screen acting like that? I can see a couple people on the inside. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me just fix this quickly here. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, that's better. Welcome to the Everythinglowery Show, man. Supposed to start at 7, but didn't. Unfortunately, had a few things I had to do first. But how's everyone doing, man? I see a couple of people in there. What's good, cuz? Chicken Connoisseur's dad. Wait, why are you called Chicken Connoisseur's dad? That's actually. Anyway, gonna get into the show, man, because this is gonna be a nice and short one today. All right, so we're gonna go through some of the trailers of the week that have dropped, and then we got some interesting news. We got some news following up on what I spoke about last week with the streamers bundling their stuff together now. Sean Kingston's house has been raided by the Freds. Right, I've not seen that come up, but might have to look into that after this show. But yeah, so we've got some updates on the Chat GPT, on their links with Scarlett Johansson. We've also got new Pirates of the Caribbean information. We've got some new movies coming. As I just mentioned, some bundling from the streamers, as the streaming game right now just isn't working out for these guys. So they're collaborating together to try and get more money from us. We've got updates on a Diddy documentary, which I'll get into in a moment. Some news on a George Floyd biopic, words that I never thought I would have to say, but yep, there is a biopic coming, so we're going to get into that. And yeah, we've got some Marvel updates and a new film from Dwayne the Rock Johnson. So let's get started into the show. So, got some trailers. The first one we're going to look at is The Witcher season 4. Now, I was a fan of The Witcher. I liked the first and second season, and then obviously Henry Cavill is no longer playing Geralt anymore, and Liam Hemsworth is now taking the lead. So this is the first look. This is the first look for The Witcher season 4, which I believe is expected to release later this year or the top end of 2025. There's been no release date set just yet. And yeah, this is the first time I'm watching this teaser trailer, so I'm watching it with you guys. Let me know if you guys are fans of The Witcher. Are you looking forward to this series? But yeah, let's get stuck into it. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, like I said, that last season of The Witcher that was broken up into two parts, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But he looks, he doesn't look too far off Henry Cavill. He actually does look like the character that we've seen in the past 3 seasons. So, like I said, I don't know if the release date for this, but I can't lie, I'm kind of gassed from that teaser trailer, and I know that's what teaser trailers are supposed to do. But he looks alright. Let me know in the chat if you guys are fans of The Witcher. But yeah, that's season 4. Of course, there'll probably most likely be a trailer dropping later this year to give us more context for season 4. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think of that. The Diddler doc. we're gonna get into that in a we're gonna get into that later. All right, the next trailer is Harold and the Purple Crayon, which released.
Let's go have some fun.
I don't know anything about this film, but I just saw this was getting some news online. It's definitely aimed towards kids. This looks like a summer kids movie. It's got Zachary Levi, who played Shazam, and yeah, this looks like a different role for him. So we're gonna get into this trailer. Let's see what on. Also, let me know if you guys can hear it in the chat, because I'm not sure how the audio is coming through.
Once there was a boy named Harold. With his purple crayon, anything he drew came to life.
Come on, everybody!
As he got bigger, so did his imagination.
Who's the porcupine? Let's go to the real world.
That's not how it works, Harold. You can't just...
Whoa.
Oh, that is how it works.
And one day,
We're going after him, right?
Nope.
they stepped right into our world.
It's so beautiful. Look at all the friendly people.
Get lost, Smurf.
Here's my antlers. The real world is even cooler than I imagined it was gonna be. Look out!
Are you okay?
My insides are coming to my outside.
I thought I saw a moose.
Hey guys, I don't know what this film. Do we watch the rest of this trailer? Do we watch it? Shazam guy. Yeah, he is the guy who plays Shazam. He is the guy that plays Shazam. Bring back Henry. Oh, so yeah, from The Witcher. Yeah, I know Henry Cavill is a big miss. But yeah, do we continue playing this trailer, guys? Yeah, let's do it.
I'm a moose.
Let's do it.
Oh my god, you have a concussion.
Come on, Harold can do magic.
With this little guy, I can make whatever I want. You try.
That's spider fun.
Oh, now that is creative. And terrifying. That's terrifying.
I'm gonna triple lock the door.
Do you know what brought you to life? It's what your crayon is made of.
You know what? I'm gonna have to stop playing it because I'm gonna get pulled up for copyright with the music. But yeah, that is the trailer for Harold and the Purple Crayon. I'm probably not gonna review it. It doesn't seem like a film that sits in my ballpark, but I don't know. All right, cool. Next, we're gonna move to a trailer that dropped today. It's an Apple TV Plus TV series. Now, if you've been following me, then you know how I feel about Apple TV Plus. Probably right now, the best streaming platform in terms of when it comes to dramas. Severance, Slow Horses, See. There's a couple that I can name that have slipped my mind right now. But yeah, this is a new TV series, Presumed Innocent, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. He just starred in the recent Roadhouse reimagining on Amazon Prime, which was a really cool film. Dark Matter, yeah, I forgot about Dark Matter. That's a great series, or a good series if you're currently watching that now. But yeah, I've not seen the trailer for this, but let's get stuck into this. This is Presumed Innocent, starring Jake Gyllenhaal.
I did not kill her. Can somebody call my phone?
I'll call it.
Who is this?
This is Jaden.
You tell your mom she looks beautiful. Okay, bye, you guys. Bye.
I just want to make sure that we have everything exactly right.
Let's get started.
You aware that Carolyn Williams was murdered? When was the last time you were in Carolyn's apartment?
We had cases together. Sometimes we would work after hours at her apartment.
Your fingerprints were found in her bedroom. Were you and Carolyn romantically involved?
My suspect. Because I did not kill her.
You were there the night of. You better get yourself an attorney.
If you're arrested.
There's not an if. I will be arrested. They're gonna see that I was obsessed with her. I was basically stalking her.
You know the night she was killed, he texted her 30 times.
30 times.
This is the darkest hour of my life. But you and I will fight to save our family.
We need a credible alternative to me. She was tied up like a prior victim. Carolyn and I worked that case together.
You're saying that we put an innocent man behind bars. You're desperate. Are you a suspect?
I did not kill her. You really think that I killed Karen?
It's a question everyone's asking.
I am not a liar.
Well, you are.
I lied about the affair, but I didn't kill her.
Does your wife think you're guilty?
You know me.
Did you strike Carolyn?
Your DNA was found at the scene.
They could put you away forever.
Is there something else? I did not kill her. Sick! They have no case, so they're trying to frame me.
Nobody is above the law.
I didn't kill her. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I did not kill her. I did not kill her. I didn't kill her.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I didn't kill her.
You know what? That actually looks all right. Like I said, look, Apple TV, they do extremely well when it comes to their dramas. I was just having a look here. Blackbird, which is a crime drama. They also had, what was the one? Truth Be Told. That's it. Truth Be Told, which is like it was like a podcaster who looks at crime dramas and then ends up solving the mysteries and stuff. But that looks good. And Jake Gyllenhaal behind that. I think that's going to be a solid TV series coming out on the 12th of June. So right around the corner, about 2-3 weeks. I'm definitely going to have my review for that coming soon. So make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel for when that drops. He definitely... What's good, everyone? SK, good to see you in the house. Locked in. What's good? He did it, definitely. Yeah, he did. He does look like he did it. Especially with all that stalking. But yeah, that is called Presumed Innocent on Apple TV Plus, coming on the 12th of June. And the next trailer we're gonna watch is a film that I'm actually kind of excited for this. I do have a soft spot for this film. And Netflix dropped the new trailer for Beverly Hills Cop 4, which Eddie Murphy is reprising his role as Axel Foley. I mean, I don't need to say more. I'm going to mute my mic. And this is the first time I'm watching this trailer that dropped today. And yeah, let me know what you guys think.
Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful day here in Beverly Hills. What the hell was that?
Let me guess. Foley.
Did you say Foley? Foley! You stole a helicopter! I didn't realize that you couldn't really fly helicopters. Otherwise, I would have came up with a different idea. I told you it was a bad idea. Oh, hey! He shot my rotor off! Shit! You know, this is very embarrassing. You know, part of me rather get locked up than get put in this little Fisher-Price-looking squad car. Y'all are the Lego cops. Jane, hey, this is your father. Before you hang up, I'm in town. I've been arrested. Hello? You sure y'all paying y'all's bills? Because this phone don't work. This isn't my first time in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I saw that. 84, 87, and then 94. But this place has changed a bit.
What brings you back to 90210?
I got a call from Billy.
He's in trouble now.
What do you want from me?
I want you to be a cop again.
You gotta do something.
Axel, if you damage any city property...
You're in a snowplow?
Yeah, we in a damn snowplow. What's the problem? A lot of blind spots in the snowplow.
I'm on an undercover mission with Wait, fully.
You're pissing off a lot of people. That means we're getting close. Y'all safe? Everybody safe?
There's no seatbelt in the middle.
The hell with the seatbelt? We're on the edge.
We're gonna need some backup.
Whoa! What are you doing?
I'm getting us some backup.
God, I missed you, Axel.
You know what? That trailer wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I'm just reading chat here. I'm just catching up. Yeah, when you hear the music, yeah, it definitely throws you back to, you know, the first 2 or 3. So I'm just reading chat while I was talking. Yeah, when you hear the music, yeah, it does throw you back to the original movies. Look, I know recent Eddie Murphy films haven't been great. Let's just be honest. They haven't been great. But this definitely looks like the best out of the new bunch. He did a Candy Cane Lane Christmas film on Amazon Prime, which I didn't like. You had Coming to America, which was the sequel to Coming to America. I didn't enjoy that one. There was another film that he did recently, in the last couple of years. But yeah, his strike rate right now doesn't look too hot. But I like the direction that they're going with this movie. We seem to have like a resurgence of, you know, the 70s, 80s, 90s action films. Like I mentioned, we had Roadhouse on Amazon Prime. We've got Bad Boys with 3 and 4 releasing in like a couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check this one out. Of course, I'll have my review for this one. But yeah, let me know in the chat what you guys think about that trailer. And that was Beverly Hills Cop 4, or Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. And that releases on the 3rd of July on Netflix. So cool. And the last trailer for today is Beetlejuice. There is a sequel to Beetlejuice. I know we're in like sequel century right now. Like every film just feels like a like a sequel. It's called Beetlejuice. It is going to be directed by Tim Burton, and we also do have similar characters from the first one reprising their roles. I've not watched any of the trailers, but this one dropped today, so we're going to get into this one. Any fans of Beetlejuice in the chat, let me know. But yeah, let's see what this film is going to have for us.
Here's a preview. Be warned, it's intense.
Can't believe Grandpa's dead.
Death is hard.
Yeah, sometimes I think life is harder.
When I was a teenager, a trickster demon terrorized our entire family and tried to force me to marry him. I believed he was gone forever until you found this in the attic.
Ew. Who's Beetlejuice?
Don't ever say that name.
Beetlejuice.
No, Astrid! I am serious! If you say his name 3 times, he will appear.
Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose.
I'm gonna make you so happy.
The living, the dead, can they coexist?
Let me know in the chat if I'm still live. Apparently, I've frozen. But let me know if you can still hear me loud and clear and hear the trailers playing. All good? All good. All right, cool.
That's what we're here to find out.
Where is Beetlejuice?
Where's Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice!
Feel free to express yourselves. Don't be afraid.
You're a figment of my imagination.
Really? Is this a figment of your imagination?
That trailer actually didn't look too bad. I actually can't remember the last Beetlejuice film. It's been many years since I last watched it. But the cast for this film, you've got Michael Keaton's back, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Jenna Ortega, who's like the new Scream Queen, Justin Theroux, Monica Bellucci, William Dafoe, Tim Burton's back directing it. So yeah, there's a strong cast. It's releasing in September, so you get into that, you know, final quarter of the year with the. I don't know why they don't release these type of films closer to Halloween, but I don't know. But yeah, this actually does look alright, especially for a sequel from a film that released, is it 1988? So yeah, let me see this in the chat. Axel Foley versus Bad Boys. I think Bad Boys will be better than Axel Foley, but Beetlejuice will be better than. Oh, SK, those are some big words there. So you're saying Beetlejuice will be better than Bad Boys and Axel Foley? Great cast, love Michael Keaton. Yeah, Michael Keaton's really cool, man. It was good to see him as Batman in the Flash movie, even though that film wasn't great, but it was nice to see him back in the bat suit. Diddler doc. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the Diddy documentary in a moment. You know what? I didn't have this on the list today, but you know what? Let's just watch it. They dropped a new trailer a couple days ago. So
Mike,
this is Bad Boys 4 Ride or Die.
there's a storm coming. Things are going to get bad. We're going to be tested. Just know we're good.
Tonight.
Boys, if you're seeing this, I'm probably dead. Whoever gave the order to kill me is in the department. They're coming after you next.
You should be careful.
Your people want you dead. We're being framed. It's just us, no backup.
We got two suspects, Lowry and Burnett.
You set the damn fan on fire!
Everybody relax. The fire's on the outside. Now it's on the inside.
Y'all are some terrible fugitives.
Put a bounty on them. They'll have it coming from cops, cartel, and every gang in the city.
The bounty is dead or alive. Now I take the 3 in the front, you take the 6 in the back. Oh, no, you not.
You hit? No, like jelly bean. Nobody likes that.
These dirty cops attacked our families. We're not losing today.
I need nasty Mike. Oh, city, city, bang, bang. Be gone, Gator. I rebuke you. See, Mike, that's how you command the universe. It's racist, Mike. That was racist.
That was the trailer for Bad Boys Ride or Die. Let me know, guys, what did you think of the trailer? I actually liked the recent Bad Boys movie. I know I'm probably in the minority. We've got the same directors on this movie. Martin Lawrence looks tired. You know what? Will looks good. You know what? I think Martin Lawrence looks all right, man. He's a legend, man. He looks all right. But yeah, crocodile. Yeah, they're gonna have, you know, cheesy, gimmicky stuff in this film. They gotta what's it? They have to put some stuff in there that, you know, makes this different from the previous movies. I liked it, but then, yeah, the music doesn't sound. That was the sick thing about, you know, Bad Boys 1 and 2. The soundtrack for those movies were like current and it was good music. Whereas actually no, the third movie was alright. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, this one just sounds a bit too poppy. But this film's out on the 5th of June, so it's right around the corner. I see Will Smith on his Instagram. He's currently doing the rounds. He's in Dubai at the moment, so I would expect him to be in London soon. But yeah, that was Bad Boys Ride or Die. But cool. All right, we're gonna start the show now. That's the trailers. Thank you for watching it with me. If you're liking the stream, I love it if you give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to me, subscribe to my channel. I do movie reviews and my Everythinglowery Show every week. So if you're into that type of stuff, yeah, subscribe, man. But yeah, the first story today is based around AI and ChatGPT. And basically ChatGPT is this like new revolutionary AI software in which the possibilities are like limitless. And recently they updated the software to ChatGPT version 4. And I'm going to give you a snippet of the power of ChatGPT because this stuff is absolutely insane. And don't worry, it does link to entertainment, TV and movie news. But yeah, we're going to get into this quickly. It's only a minute, but just going to show you the power of this software.
We asked the live audience on X to submit a few requests for what they would like us to try out here. So I will take a couple of prompts. Okay, bot Gaskar. All right, yeah, I speak Italian, so we can just do English, Italian.
So basically what they're doing here is real-time translation.
English, Italian. Sure, let's do it. Hey, ChatGPT, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your day going?
I'm doing great. So I would like you to function as a translator. I have a friend here who only speaks Italian, and I only speak English. And every time you hear English, I want you to translate it to Italian. And if you hear Italian, I want you to translate it back to English. Is that good?
Perfetto.
Mark, io mi chiedo se le balene potessero parlare, cosa ci direbbero?
Mike, she wonders if whales could talk, what would they tell us?
They might ask, how do we solve linear equations?
Potrebbero chiederci come risolviamo le equazioni lineari.
Sicuramente sì.
Certainly yes.
That is just nuts. Like, to do real-time translation like that is insane. And I think, yeah, this AI is going to take us to another world. But this basically links in with Scarlett Johansson because I don't know if you could hear, but the AI voice that they were just demonstrating kind of sounded like her voice. Now, if you didn't know, Scarlett Johansson stars in a film called Her, which features Joaquin Phoenix, in which she plays an AI character that, you know, that he falls in love with. It's a very strange film. It's on Netflix. It's a Marmite movie. Not everyone's going to enjoy it, but if you're into that type of AI Matrix type stuff, then I'd definitely give it a watch. But she recently expressed her shock and anger at OpenAI for allegedly recreating her voice without her consent for this new ChatGPT system. So she declined an offer last year. So the CEO, Sam Altman, came to her and said, hey, we want to use your voice like in the movie Her. But she declined it. Now, that clip that I just played you, it did kind of sound like her. And she's noticed some similarities between the system's voice, which is called Sky, and her own. So she's gone on Twitter and she posted stuff where she's criticized ChatGPT for, you know, this unethical way of utilizing her voice. And again, AI has been a hot topic with the whole Drake and Kendrick beef, where he was imitating Tupac and Snoop Dogg. There has also been, like, you know, AI tracks of The Weeknd and stuff. So this AI stuff is getting out of hand. And now to see it, and obviously the writer's strike last year definitely was linked towards AI. I think I've frozen here. Am I frozen? Let me know, guys, if I'm freezing. I'm freezing a bit, aren't I? Yeah. 1 second. Am I still alive? Am I still alive? System settings. All right, let me know if I'm back. Let me know if I'm back. Let me know if I'm back, guys. Yeah, okay. I think I'm back. All right, that was a little dip. So yeah, basically, yeah, she's put out notifications. Yeah, so basically she's put out this statement. I think it's nice thing in the chat, like, of this AI. All right. Apologies for that. I just had a drop out of internet. So apologies. Let me know if you guys can hear me clearly. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Yeah, definitely a kink in the Matrix, man. Oh man. All right, cool. Should be back now. All right, all good. All right, but yeah, basically that was I lost my track of thought there. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that was Scarlett Johansson angry about OpenAI using her voice for ChatGPT. But yeah, the next story of the day is Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, before I get into, actually, let's switch things around. So yeah, there is apparently new Pirates of the Caribbean movies on the way, and the producer has also stated that he wants to bring back Johnny Depp in this new reboot if it was up to him, but he thinks that Disney will definitely move without Johnny Depp. There were potential 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So the first one was supposed to be a continuation with Jack Sparrow, and then the second one, it was a Margot Robbie led Pirates movie. But we now have confirmation that they are going ahead with new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. This film has been in the works for many, many years. But obviously with the situation with Johnny Depp, that was put on hold. But this week, we now have confirmation that the two movies are going to go ahead. So Jerry Bruckheimer, who is the producer of the Pirates movies, he states that, you know, there's a total reboot for the franchise. So I don't think they're going to continue with the storyline that we watched in the first, I think, 5 movies. There's some writers on there. So you've got Jeff Nathanson, who previously wrote for the Pirates of the Caribbean series, is actually praised for his work on the 3rd movie. So this reboot is now going to exclude characters like Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow. But as I said at the start, Jerry Bruckheimer wants to bring Johnny Depp back to the Pirates films. The Margot Robbie led Pirates movie, I'm not too sure what that is going to include. But yeah, apparently it's going to be a sick film. The status of these projects, we don't know how far along the writing process they are. But I mean, I'll go back to the previous page that I was on. I said last week that, you know, if a movie makes money, they're going to continue to milk the franchise. And if you look at the numbers from Pirates of the Caribbean, I mean, close to 450 million, over 300 million, over 300 million, over 200 million. This is a bankable franchise. I mean, this has made over $1 billion globally at the box office. So again, I don't think they should continue the story. I think they should just leave it where it is. But this is a guaranteed moneymaker, and I can see why the heads at Disney want to continue with this Pirates of the Caribbean. And also it leads on to their theme park, and they all have like theme park rides and Disney Plus series and clothing and all that stuff that comes with this franchise. But yeah, interesting news. Let me just read the chat real quick, see what your thoughts are on that. We don't need this at all. Boo. Not gonna lie. He'll be dead without him. Use AI to replace him. Yeah, I think ethically, yeah. I don't think Johnny Depp should be, you know, back in the limelight in these big blockbuster movies. You know, I think his time is done, and especially with what came out in the news with him and Amber Heard. I don't think that he should be anywhere near this franchise. Trust me, if you can milk the fat out of the cow, you have it. So yeah, I reckon these movies will release in the next like 2 to 3 years. But yeah, it's a bankable franchise. We are getting 2 new Pirates of the Caribbean movies. In what context, we don't know. But yeah, that's just news on that. Next up, I've got some more information regarding the streaming bundles. Now, if you was on my stream last week, I went through this new streaming bundle that Comcast are doing. So far, it looks like it's only going to be in the States. So it's going to be a collaboration of Netflix, Peacock, and Apple TV Plus. This is going to be a bundle. And right now, look, the streaming platform game is a total mess right now. There's too many platforms. It's too expensive. It's you know, you watch The Witcher on Netflix, you want to watch something on Apple TV. I think now in the UK, you're going to be spending over £100 a month if you wanted all of the streaming platforms. It's just way too expensive. And the streamers are feeling it as well. They've started to introduce, you know, ad revenue now. So on the lower cost tiers are like £7 a month. You have adverts on there now. Prime Video's doing it where you have to pay an extra £2 a month to remove adverts. So we are heading back to cable television, which is quite disappointing because, you know, we went with streamers because it was stepping away from cable television. But it looks like that model wasn't sustainable, and now we're heading back. So yeah, Stream Saver is the bundle. This is what it's going to be called. As I mentioned, this is going to be American based at the moment. But yeah, Comcast introduced Stream Saver. This is a new bundle that is catering to the streaming era. It's going to include Peacock Premium, so that's going to have ads, Netflix Basic tier with ads, and Apple TV Plus, which doesn't have adverts at the moment, at a discounted price with TV and broadband. The Stream Saver bundle is going to cost about $15 a month, which is quite impressive. And including the TV channels now will be $30 a month. So that's still quite impressive, actually. I mean, if that was here in the UK, you're probably looking about £20 plus internet for those 3 streaming platforms, which I'll probably say like Peacock in the UK is not as popular, but definitely Netflix and Apple TV for that price is not bad. But then Netflix is the ad version. You kind of don't want ads when you're watching streaming platforms. Ads popping up in Prime. Yeah, definitely. I have no qualms if they played ads right at the start. That is a very, very valid point, because yeah, if it's like being in the cinema and you just play the adverts at the start and that's it, I think a lot of people definitely wouldn't mind that. But you know, you're watching The Boys and something's going to happen with, you know, Homelander, and then you just get this Amazon Prime advert. Hey, order this bread for like £1 in the middle of the scene. Yeah, I don't agree with that. But yeah, interesting news. I don't see this working right now in the UK. I just think with how fragmented everything is, I don't think the players on this side are gonna play well with each other. So that will mean Sky, Virgin, and BT, because those 3 own practically everything in the UK. But I don't think in the States it's as fragmented, and I think with America they are further ahead when it comes to everything, really, streaming, cloud-based stuff. So I think the UK and Europe will definitely see how this model works for the next couple of years, and if it proves to be profitable, then I could definitely see something like this trickling over here. So I mean, let me know in the chat, you know, if you guys were to get your 3 favorite streamers in one package, how much would you pay? How much would you want to pay? Yeah, USA television is crazy. Every 15 minutes. Not even 15 minutes, it's like every 2 minutes there's an advert. You'd pay 0. I know, obviously, now with this news, you know, these guys are losing out to the Fire Stick guys. I mean, you know, I'm not going to hot anyone up, but the Fire Stick right now is proven to be the best streaming platform. But yeah, but that's it on the Comcast Stream Saver bundle. There's going to be more bundles coming this year in America, and I'll be keeping you guys updated on that. So yeah, the next news, which I've seen a few people mention in the chat. Yes, we are getting a Diddy documentary, The Diddler. If you guys have been seeing in the news recently, you know, that horrific video that was released from a hotel where Diddy, you know, literally pummeled Cassie as she was trying to get out of the hotel room. And even before that, you know, her court documents and stuff. I think it was like November last year, where she settled out of court for I think about $30 million. Yeah, this is all coming to light now, and news about Diddy has been going on for years. It's similar to like R. Kelly, and no one kind of believed it, or they did believe it, but because Diddy was so big, he had this presence, and he put out good music, and he said take that after every verse, no one paid attention. But now Diddy's done, he's finished, and yeah, 50 Cent is going to be behind this Diddy documentary, which he has sold to Netflix after a huge bidding war. Now, a title like this, I'm pretty sure every streamer was after this Diddy documentary. 50 has been trolling Diddy for ages, and I don't think I've ever seen them be friends. I've never seen them in the same room. They've never been at like the Rock Nation brunches together. And yeah, 50 Cent just comes across as he just doesn't like this guy. He's been on radio vocally talking about Diddy. Last week as well, Diddy's son released a diss track going at 50 Cent saying, I can't remember what he said, but he also said in the song that the police raided the wrong house. Oh, how silly that looks right now. I mean, Diddy, he's finished. But yeah, Netflix, they've secured the rights to the documentary series on P. Diddy after a competitive bidding war. The series was previously teased by 50 Cent with the fake title, Did He Do It? Now, I think they should keep that title. I think Did He Do It is a genius title, I think. And the poster, I think everything that we've seen so far, they just need to keep that. Just keep that title. But yeah, this documentary is gonna basically delve into the controversies surrounding Diddy, including multiple lawsuits that haven't even come to light, federal investigations, and the sexual and physical violence that has been documented for many years. We saw the video sadly with Cassie last week Friday, but yeah, no dates on when this is going to release, but I would assume 50 probably had like an 80% documentary already done, and this final bit now is gonna be completed now that he's got funding and backing to from Netflix for this documentary. There's no release date yet, but I reckon with everything that's happening now, they're gonna release this in the next year. What's this on it? Yeah, jail, throw away the key. 100%, man. I think Diddy, he's just an evil person. 50 Cent will be cooking himself. Yeah, 50's gonna definitely cook him. 50 Cent doesn't. Now 50's from that era where like he doesn't play them funny games, man. That's why I like 50 Cent. And obviously he's released sick albums and stuff. Cheers, Akin, man. Thank you for tuning into the stream for this long. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Thanks for subscribing as well. And yeah, every Thursday I think I'm gonna have this show. So yeah, hopefully see you next week, man. The Diddler. Yeah, man. The Diddler. What a name. What a name. But yeah, just go 50 Cent Diddy documentary sold to Netflix. And obviously when more news comes out, I'll be keeping you guys updated. So yeah. Now I'm gonna get onto some news that I never thought I would have to say, but we are getting a George Floyd biopic. And saying that, just what is this world coming to, man? Like, I just never thought I would see the day that George Floyd would be turned into a biopic. But it's not fake news. It's definitely happening. So in this report from Variety, a George Floyd biopic titled "Daddy Changed the World" is in development. There is involvement from his family. So Floyd's daughter Gianna and her mother Roxy Washington, they are going to be executive producers on this biopic. Gregory R. Anderson will write the screenplay for the film, which aims to depict Floyd's life and impact of his murder in 2020 and the global fight against racial injustice. The project is currently seeking a director, with Ted Field producing for Radar Pictures alongside Dr. Keita, I think, Rankin for 8 Queens, and Timothy Christian for Night Fox Entertainment. So those guys are the producers that are going to be funding the movie. George Floyd, I mean, hopefully everyone in the chat knows what happened, but he was 46 years old, and he was killed on the 25th of May 2020 after a police officer named Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck for more than 9 minutes while Floyd was handcuffed and forced to lie face down on the street. He was arrested for allegedly attempting to use a counterfeit $20 bill at a store, and this sparked the BLM marches that we saw during lockdown and the whole BLM movement through COVID and beyond. And personally, guys, I just think this biopic should not happen, man. This is just in bad taste. Yes, the family's behind it, but I think using this as a money grab situation is just doesn't sit right with me, man. Like, I kind of hope like no director picks this up, so this film is never made. Like that would be the best situation, because you know who's gonna want to relive this in the cinema. I know I'm certainly not gonna watch this film. Like I'm definitely not watching this film. I don't know, man. But let me know what you guys think in the chat about, you know, this biopic news information. Yeah, I think things like this should definitely not be made, man. But yeah, that's what I have at the moment. There's no release date on the George Floyd biopic just yet, but yeah, as soon as more news becomes available, I'll definitely be keeping you guys updated. So it did make people sit up and address racism at that time, 100%, but I think it doesn't need to be relived in a film or a TV series. I think the impact that was made still continues on to this day, and I think having to relive that in a film just doesn't sit right with me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. All right, cool. The next information or the next news story I have is the X-Men. We are getting a new X-Men movie, which as Marvel MCU fans, we knew this was going to happen, but it was supposed to happen in like 3 to 4 years time. But now we have confirmation that a major step has been taken towards a new X-Men movie. Michael Leslie, known for his work on The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, is reportedly in talks to write the screenplay for this new upcoming MCU X-Men movie, after Marvel Studios acquired 20th Century Fox. So if you didn't know, back in the day, not back in the day, but like 10, 15 years ago, the Marvel property was fragmented. So you had Sony with all the Spider-Man characters, you had 20th Century Fox with all the X-Men characters, and then I think it was Paramount that first came out with that first Iron Man film. And then as the MCU started to grow, Marvel then made their own Marvel Entertainment and then brought back in the Iron Mans, the Thors, the Avengers, and that, and made their own cinematic universe. But they couldn't use Spider-Man, they couldn't use the X-Men because of just contracts. You know, those production companies wanted their money, and obviously Marvel were not willing to pay whatever the price was for to have Spider-Man in the film. Of course, as the MCU developed, we saw collaborations between Sony for the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. But yeah, it was never really the Marvel Cinematic Universe that Marvel fans from young grew up with. And, you know, growing up, the X-Men were the Avengers. And I think Marvel have done a very good job with bringing the Avengers up to, you know, somewhat of an X-Men level. But we all wanted, you know, Cyclops, Wolverine, Beast, Storm, Mystique, Rogue. You know, Halle Berry was classic as Storm. And they just had, you know, I think the storylines and the characters just felt better growing up. So there's no like details on release date of this MCU film or who's going to be cast in it. But I definitely think, first of all, this is great news. And I think they hit the green button because of the recent X-Men 97 TV series on Disney+. Now, if you guys are into animation, or if you just want good storytelling, that X-Men 97 TV series is one of the best series of this year. Between that and Shogun, it's been a great couple of months for TV. So it only makes sense why Marvel now are hitting the red button on going forward with this X-Men movie. Now, we have had some X-Men characters already in the MCU, so they have been, you know, drip feeding us with X-Men characters because we know it's going to happen. But, you know, you had Patrick Stewart as Professor X in the recent Doctor Strange movie, and Hugh Jackman is reprising his role as Wolverine in the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine film with Ryan Reynolds. And I think after that Deadpool and Wolverine film, I think the MCU is going to change drastically, and we're probably going to be catapulted into this X-Men universe sooner rather than later. And I've been wanting this. I think Marvel kind of hit a level now where after Endgame, the levels haven't been consistently high. And I think this just basically gives them a new refresher, some new characters and stuff to play around with. So, great news. Yeah, man, you need to watch X-Men 97, man. It's a brilliant, absolutely fantastic TV series. Aren't they all dead, though? In what, as in the X-Men guys or the Avengers? But yeah, while you answer that, X-Men, I think no, they kind of reset everything in the last X-Men film. I think everything like reverted back to a time where it was a different timeline. That hence why we've got Hugh Jackman coming back in Deadpool and Wolverine. So yeah, he did. I mean, in the storyline in Logan. I mean, I don't do spoilers, so I'm not going to say, but but let's just say not all of them are not dead, and we're going to see them. Maybe not the same actors, but the characters are definitely going to reprise their role. But yeah, that's it for the new X-Men. I've got a couple more stories to go through. Thank you very much, guys, for sticking with me for this long. Appreciate it, especially during the technical difficulties. Next, Street Fighter fans. We are getting a new Street Fighter film. So last week at the Las Vegas Licensing Expo, Legendary Entertainment revealed the first official logo for the upcoming Street Fighter movie, and it's retaining the logo from the recent video game series. So this suggests that they are keeping it classic. When did the last Street Fighter film come out? When did that come out? 1994. 1994? With Jean-Claude Van Damme, Kylie Minogue. What a throwback. I actually can't remember that film, but I've seen it. Let me know in the chat if you've watched that 94 Street Fighter movie. But yeah, the film is going to be produced in collaboration with Capcom, who make the game, and it's going to aim to appeal to both longtime fans and newcomers. So, you know, we've seen some really successful game adaptations. So the recent Sonic movies, you had the new Mario movie, which did well. So this is just going to follow. You had The Last of Us on HBO. So this is going to follow in the same light. So details like casting and release dates are still pending, but you know they're going to have Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and all of the fan favorites. The interesting news is that this film will be directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, known for Talk to Me. So both of those guys, they're YouTubers turned directors. And if you're into horror movies, Talk to Me is a really good horror film if you haven't watched it yet. And myself and SK, who's in the chat right now, we actually interviewed both of these guys, and they're really fun and energetic and just wild guys. So yeah, it's interesting that those guys have been chosen to direct this Street Fighter film. You know, they've had huge success with one film, but you know, to put a legacy title like this onto new directors, you know, it's a big risk, you know, going for new directors. But I think with how those guys are, I think they are talented enough to propel this Street Fighter film to the level that we want it to be, because they are talented. And I can actually see this working out. So yeah, that was the quick update on the new Street Fighter film. Of course, when more news becomes available, I'll be keeping you guys updated. But yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys are excited for this new Street Fighter film. All right, last two. So this one is going to be discussing the new Godzilla and Kong film. So we just had Godzilla Kong, The New Empire, which released, I think, 1 or 2 months ago. But the director of that film, Adam Wingard, is not returning for this new Godzilla Kong movie, which has been greenlit, which is the sequel to that film. So yeah, director Alan Wingard, known for Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla Kong: The New Empire, will not be returning for the next MonsterVerse movie. And this is due to issues with his next project called Onslaught with A24, which is supposed to be going to production later this year. So there's just a clash of schedules, unfortunately. And with the success of the the most recent Godzilla movie, Warner Bros. Want to get this new one out. They want to catch that fire, man. They want to stay hot. So yeah, sad news, but definitely I think, a new director could probably breathe new life into this new installment of the Godzilla films. And I definitely feel like the Godzilla franchise has found its feet. You've got two paths. You've got the MonsterVerse, which we've seen from the Kong movies all the way up until now, and then also you have the original Toho Godzilla films, which, if you haven't watched, Godzilla -1 is the best Godzilla film and one of the best movies from last year. So you've kind of got two different directions if you are fans of Godzilla. I'm a fan of Godzilla and I enjoy both of them. One's like Fast and Furious and the other one's a more serious, toned down film. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who takes the helm with this new Godzilla movie. Yeah, but sad to see Adam Wingard leaving. But yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys are fans of Godzilla or King Kong or totally not fans of these guys. But yeah. And the last story for today's show is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, he's going to be starring in an upcoming A24 film called The Smashing Machine, and A24 released the first image of this film, which is going to be directed by Benny Sadafi, starring Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson. And the film is going to follow a mixed martial arts fighter called Mark Kerr, who is portrayed by Johnson, who grapples with addiction and personal struggles despite his success in the sport. This film was initially discussed back in 2019, but it was delayed due to the pandemic, and recent events have happened where they have now gone into production with this film. And I think Dwayne needed a film like this. He's had an incredible career as the action man. His wrestling career is probably top 2 if you're a wrestling fan. And even like his early films, he did well. They may not have been critically acclaimed, but they were still entertaining. But I'll definitely say recently he's come under more scrutiny, especially with the reception of that Black Adam film, which, yeah, the power of the DC universe didn't change with that movie. And when you look at his peers like Dave Bautista, John Cena excelling in multiple roles, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he's kind of been left behind in that wrestler turned actor ballpark. So I'm happy that he's chosen a film like this. We're now potentially going to see The Rock acting. We're probably going to see more acting range rather than his typical facial expressions that he does in every film. But yeah, I mean, A24, I'm a big fan of that production studio. They take, like I said last week's show, they take the most risk when it comes to films at the moment. Some of them hit, some of them don't hit. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I mean, this is The Rock, by the way. He's wearing they changed his face with some prosthetic stuff, and he looks alright. He does look. I haven't got a picture of who he's supposed to be playing, but let me see if I can get one up quickly. Let's see if I can get one quickly in here. All right. So this is who he's supposed to be playing. Bautista is top 2 in an 8. Yeah, Bautista is a solid actor. Is Kevin Hart in it? You know what? Recently, I've seen so many people disliking Kevin Hart. Just in general, I think his stock has dropped. But yeah, this is probably the era of Mark Kerr that they're going for. Which, you know what? I must say, isn't too far off. It's not far off. But yeah, that is it for that. Let me know what you guys expect. Do you think this is going to be a good film? Do you think it's going to be terrible? Do you think The Rock can act? Do you think he can't act? Kevin Hart plays the same role. He does. 100%. He just plays himself. Just like well, hopefully with this film, you know, he can play someone else apart from himself, which at the like, I mean, if you're going this deep into like, it looks like he's like method acting. You know, he's changed the way he looks. He's got that look on his face, and he does resemble the guy who he's supposed to be playing. You got Emily Blunt, who's a great actress as well. She doesn't really choose bad movies, so I think this could be a potential hit for The Rock. But we shall see. We shall see. All right, guys, that is it. That is it for the show. Oh, okay. That is it for the show. I appreciate everyone tuning in, staying in for the hour and a bit, especially with the technical difficulties. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, Thursday seems to be a good day to stream. You know, everyone seems to be at home, which is pretty cool. And yeah. But yeah, man, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I've got my Furiosa review dropping in like the next half an hour. So if you're into like Mad Max, I've got my review for Furiosa that's out tomorrow in cinemas. Loving Oscar. Yeah, man, I won that for the show last year. No, I'm joking. But yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll catch you next week, man. Have a good evening. Take care.